Hello everyone, my name is Sunil Patil. I am from Kolhapur. Today's date is 20th December 2022. Today we will discuss about checked exceptions and unchecked exception. Before that, we will see the exception handling. The exception handling is a mechanism to handle runtime errors such as SQL error, runtime error, or etc. First, now we'll see the exception. Exception is an unwanted or unaccepted event which occurs during the execution of program, that is runtime. That disputes the normal flow of the program. In Java, there are two types of exceptions, such as checked and unchecked. Now, first we see checked exception. A checked exception is an exception that occurs at a compile time. These are also called as compile time exception. These exceptions cannot simply be ignored at the time of compilation. The programmer should be take care of handle these exceptions. If some code within a method throws a checked exception, then method must either handle the exception or must be specified execution using the throw keyword. In checked exception, there are two types: fully checked exception and partial checked exception. Now we'll see the example. If you use file reader class in your program to read data files, if the file specified in constructor does not exist, then file not found exception is occurs. Now we will see the uh, unwanted exception or unchecked exception. An exception is an exception. Unchecked exception is an exception that occurs at a time of execution. These are also called as runtime exception. These are these are the exceptions that are not checked at a compile time. This includes programming bugs such as logical errors, improper use of APIs. Runtime exceptions are ignored at the time of an compilation. Now we'll see the example. If you have declared an array of size 5 in a program and you're trying to call the sixth element in the array, then the array index out of bound exception is occurs. Now we'll see the major difference between checked exception and unchecked exception. First one is they occurs at a compile time. In unchecked exception, this occurs at a runtime. In checked exception, the compiler checks for a checked exception. In an unchecked exception, a compiler does not check these kinds of exception. The third point is exception can be handled at the compile time. In unchecked exception, the exception handle cannot be handled at a runtime or compile time. Fourth one is if subclass of a exception in the class, and fourth one in the unchecked exception, these are not a part of an exception class since they are runtime exception. Now we will see the next point is the Java catch multiple exceptions. A try block can be followed by one or more catches block. Each catch block must contains different exception handler. So if you have and perform different tasks at a occurrence at a different exception, you use Java multiple catches. Now we will see the next point is a Java nested try block. In Java, using try block inside the another try block is permitted. If it is called as a nested try block, every statement that we enter at a compile statement in a try block, context of an exception is pushed into the stack. For example, the inner try block cannot be used to handle array out of bound exception, while the outer try block can be handled arithmetic exception. Why now this is all about the exception handling and unexception handling in Java. Thank you.